Thank you for tuning in to tonight's game. Your game is coming up next. But here's some information from the Indiana High School Athletic Association.
6 easy ways to become an MVP. And by MVP, we mean most valuable parent. Like all of us, the parents of high school athletes tend to protect their children from adversity, or they overly involve themselves by advocating for their success. But when they do, they're negating the value of participating in high school sports. Among other lessons, high school sports teach teenagers to take nothing for granted, how to overcome obstacles, and that an extraordinary commitment of time and effort is required in order to reach goals and experience achievement. High school sports also encourage independence and self-sufficiency, attributes that are needed to be successful in life. It's natural for parents to love their children, and it's important to support them in as many ways as possible. With this in mind, here are 6 easy ways that you can be the MVP of your child's high school team. Number 1, attend your children's games as often as possible. Nothing demonstrates interest and involvement more than being there. And be sure to invite Grandma and Grandpa to come along with you. Number 2, cheer for all the kids on the team, not just your own. Here's a test for you. Do you know all of the players on your child's team? Could you say hello to them by their first name? Embracing the entire team is a great way to show that your interest is sincere. Number 3, be a resource for your child's team. Does a teammate need help with transportation? Is the team trying to raise money for new uniforms? Is someone needed to organize a pizza party before the tournament starts? Maybe you can help. Number 4, try not to criticize the coach or the officials in front of your child. Hey, you're human, and there may be times when you need to vent. But be careful when and to whom you do it. Criticizing the coaching staff undermines its credibility and tends to put your child in the middle. And games are seldom won or lost because of an official's call. Remember, coaches and officials are objective. Most parents are not. Empower your child to talk with the coach about concerns. Everybody wants more playing time, and understandably so. But encourage your children to have that conversation with their coaches instead of you doing it for them. Giving teenagers the confidence and conviction to speak up for themselves is one of the greatest benefits of participating in high school sports. Number 6, focus on the life lessons your children are learning, not on win-loss records or how many points they're scoring. According to the NC2A, only about 2% of all high school athletes win a sports scholarship, and the average value of it is less than $11,000. But every child will benefit from the lessons they've learned as a result of participating in high school sports for the rest of their lives. It's difficult being the parent of a high school athlete. There's far more emotion and social pressure involved than is ideal. But if you follow these 6 pointers, not only will your children love and respect you, but so will their teammates and coaches. And you might even be named MVP. Thank you for your support of high school athletics in Indiana. Stay tuned now. The Indiana SRN game is next. Indiana SRN, where you're always in the game.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to a beautiful fall evening here in Noblesville, Indiana. Guerin Catholic High School is the venue, and the occasion is the final regular season game of the year between Guerin Catholic and the Culver Military Academy. Guerin Catholic enters at 2-4 on the season, coming off a loss to Decatur Central last week, going on the road playing the 6th-ranked team in Class 5A. Started off well, did not end well, and Decatur Central beat Guerin Catholic 42-10 in that matchup. Culver is coming off of 2 wins and a very impressive one against South Bend St. Joseph. They took down the Indians 27-14, and they ran for a zillion yards. Figuratively speaking, literally, it was still quite impressive. Coming into this matchup, Guerin Catholic averages 8 points per game. They give up 26 points per game. Culver averages 19 points per, and they surrender just a couple points to their opponents, 21-6. And alongside Trevor Brooks, I'm Jonathan Mathis, ready for this final kickoff of the regular season, postseason coming up. Trevor, welcome to Noblesville.
It's a lovely day out here in Noblesville. Looking forward to a great game between the Eagles versus the Golden Eagles. Slight difference in coloration. Otherwise, these teams should be pretty closely matched.
Both of them more run dominant than pass dominant, and that might be that might not be putting it on even fairly for Culver. They are their rushing attack averages 240 yards per game. Their passing game is just 39, and when you consider that the 39 passing yards per game, most of that came on one play earlier in the season. So if you have these two run-based offenses going against each other, the little similarities in these two opponents.
Yeah, you're looking at a little bit more explosiveness for the Culver Eagles, as you mentioned before. Well over 200 yards rushing a game, including over 400 in their last game against St. Joe's. And that's a lot for Guerin to go ahead and look at. They've got Jagger Albert to go ahead and rush back at the Culver Eagles, see if that defense has some give in it, which it has at various points throughout the year. But Guerin is going to have to be prepared for a very aggressive option attack for Culver.
Both these teams' final tune-up for the sectionals coming up, and we'll take a look at the sectionals momentarily. But be that as it may, more generically, Trevor, you're getting ready for the sectional time. It gets a little bit more exciting. Sudden death football coming up, and after what has been an interesting regular season for both of these two teams, they've both lost at least a game. Guerin lost 2. This is your final tune-up before things get really real coming up next week.
Yeah, this is your last opportunity to go ahead and see if you can work out any more kinks that you've noticed throughout the season, or if you can try last couple things that you might want to go ahead and incorporate into your attack on either side of the ball before the postseason. So see if they have any sort of trickery to break out throughout the game.
Guerin Catholic, they enter Sam Miller, quarterback Jagger Albert, who switched over to running back from linebacker earlier to begin this season. Really good linebacker during most of his time with the Golden Eagles. For Guerin, though, do you think if you're looking from their perspective, being successful in this matchup, they haven't scored many points this season, just 50 combined, but you're going to have a good play out of their defense, and they do have a pretty athletic linebacking core.
Yeah, you're looking to see how it's going to be a very intellectual-based game with the option attack that Culver incorporates, setting the edge, making sure that you can go ahead and diagnose who's going to be getting the ball each time. You had 4 rushers last week for Culver with at least 60 yards. But a lot of it's going to be based on that linebacking core and see what they have to offer for the defense.
For Culver, what type of challenges does having that option offense pose for someone like Guerin? Because it used to be having an option offense was really commonplace. Now not so much, but Culver utilizes it in the last couple of weeks. It's been really successful for them.
It goes ahead and it creates difficulty for the defense on figuring out who's going to be getting the ball each time. I watched a game last night with Georgia State where they just went ahead and ran the ball over the field to the tune of the running back having 13 yards of carry, because it's a difficult offense to go ahead and when it's run correctly, it's a difficult offense to guard against because you have to depend on your defensive ends and your linebackers to set that edge and not go ahead and guess wrong on who's going to be handling the ball. Otherwise, it allows for big gains. So the linebackers for Guerin are going to have to go ahead and stand their ground tonight, not allow for that edge to get beat around the outside. Otherwise, it could be a long night.
So if you're going to sum up the direct challenge, the matchup to look out for, Parker Bell, Braden Hall, Max McGreal, Dylan Balser, the linebackers for Guerin Catholic versus Jimmy Pisani and Elijah Pack of Culver. The two running combo, they've wreaked havoc before, and I think it probably cuts the workout. There you go. That's what you need.
Yeah, it's obviously those two going in. They've shown that both of them are very capable weapons all across the ground. And then again, when you can go ahead and bring in fresh legs consistently to go ahead and get new running backs into the game that are going to throw off, come right off the sidelines, be ready to go ahead and take it between Mole and Grajeda, you've got a large bevy of weapons for Culver to just keep pounding away at this Guerin defense.
Looking at the series history between these two teams, it is a very short history. They've played once, and Guerin won that. That was back in 2014, forever ago, Trevor. And that was up in Culver, and Guerin Catholic won that matchup 27-0. They also have the advantage in several other couple just circumstantial metrics that might not have any impact on the game, but nevertheless fun to talk about. Guerin is favored on John Harrell's site by 10 points in this matchup. They're expecting a low-scoring game, 34 points overall. That might be on the mark. And then looking at the Sagarin rankings, Guerin is 54 places higher than Culver in the overall standings. Guerin Catholic, who has played the 17th toughest schedule on the season, is 84th in the state. Overall, Culver is 138th overall. But when you get together on a Friday night, anything can happen, Trevor.
Yeah, and when the 84th team versus, what did you say,
138th.
138th. You know what? It's a barn burn. Unfortunately, we don't go ahead and mark the rankings on here. We're not quite at ESPN's level on that. But it's a game against two teams that are really starting to try and find themselves more. And Culver's offense is starting to actually get going with a little bit of a winning streak coming into this. Guerin has got to go ahead and see if their defense can go ahead and stop the rushing attack that they've had issues with at times. So we'll see what it gives tonight.
When we come back, we'll look at the starting lineups for both of these two teams and get you set for kickoff. Guerin Catholic and Culver here on Golden Eagle TV, powered by Indiana SRN.
Hey, it's Keith Myers from Indiana Sports Radio Network. Well, thank you that you're watching the game tonight on Indiana SRN. If you would like to know more information about Indiana SRN, send me an email, coach@indianasrn.org. As vice president of this company, we hope that you sit back and enjoy the game. It's Indiana SRN, where you're always in the game.
Can't make it to the game? We've got your back. Just go to www.indianasrn.org and tune in to all of the live action, or go to our on-demand service and relive your favorite moments.
Welcome back, everybody, to Guerin Catholic High School, getting ready for the final regular season game of the season. Looking at the matchup, the starting lineups for both of these two teams, beginning with the visiting offense. Quarterback Jimmy Pisani has not done much through the air this season. He's a 37% passer with 2 touchdowns through the air, but he has done his damage on the ground. 89 carries, 697 yards, 7 touchdowns for the Culver quarterback. He's joined in the backfield with Elijah Pack, who's a senior from Etna, Ohio. He's also a wrestler, which added advantage. You don't want to get in a tussle with a wrestler. He averages, or not averages, he has 551 yards on the season, 89 attempts, 5 touchdowns, and an average of 6.2. Mario Esquivel is a junior from San Pedro Garza, Mexico. That's 16 carries, 203 yards, 1 touchdown. He averages over a dozen yards per carry, and it's 5 catches, too. That's the second highest on the team. The leading receiver is Jackson Mull, who has 10 catches for 208 yards. The other wide receiver, well, really only wide receiver after the two slot backs, is Ty Koppis from Weston, Connecticut, a senior, 3 catches. Cooper Farrell from Valparaiso is the tight end. He's also the backup quarterback. Culver only has a few players over 30 on their full roster. It's one of the smallest rosters that head coach Andy Durrell has ever had at Culver, and he's been there for a long time. This is his 23rd season, but they don't have what they lack in size. They make up for in heart, because it's something he's very proud of. The offensive line is pretty big, though, mostly because their left tackle, DeAndre Francis of Toronto, Canada, is gigantic. 6'4", 286, is also their nose guard. The rest of the linemen are all under 230 from left to right. Jacob Maybach from Farmington Hills, Michigan. Brady Welsh from Ashland, Ohio. Henry Martello of Hillsdale, Illinois. And Jack Mullins of Dallas, Texas. One of the fun things about having Culver is, since they are the military academy, they have people from all over who are there, so we'll be able to reference a bunch of their hometowns coming up during the broadcast. The defense for Guerin Catholic, Nathan Fancher, Scotty Smith, and Alex Tournay are along the defensive front. Their hometowns are all really close to Guerin Catholic, so we won't have to be too redundant. The outside linebackers, Parker Bell, Dylan Balser. The inside linebackers, Braden Hall, who is the senior of the week at Guerin Catholic this week, and Max McGreel. Cornerbacks, Luke Moody and Daniel Rode. Safeties, Adam Novland and Max Nickel. That has been a pretty familiar setup for Guerin Catholic on the season, but they're really going to have to excel tonight. That run game is just dangerous, Trevor.
Well, yeah, and the one thing that I'm interested in seeing this evening is we opened up the season against McCutcheon, who had a Division I recruit who was a monster man running on as a tackle for McCutcheon, and McCutcheon didn't really attack the Guerin defense that much that way. I want to see if they go ahead and, for Culver, if they go ahead and lean the way of DeAndre Francis and go ahead and try and take advantage of that huge size advantage that he has over the linemen for Guerin Catholic.
We look at the other starters flipping the ball around. The offense for Guerin Catholic, quarterback Sam Miller, who is 40 of 82 for 335 yards, 3 touchdowns to his credit. Jagger Alberts run for 516 yards on the season. That's 4.2 per carry. The receivers are senior Elijah Edwards, junior Noah Stubbs, and junior Ryan Glenn, who's played really well of late. Tight end is Max McGreel, a senior, and the lineman, freshman Josh Holba, Scotty Smith, Luke Schenk, Max Cassell, and Brandon McElvenna. The defense for Culver on the defensive front, Jack Mullins and Cooper Farrell flank DeAndre Francis, who's could potentially be a game wrecker on the inside. The linebackers are Brady Welsh, who's the leading tackler for the Eagles, Elijah Pack and Jack Etheridge. The cornerbacks, Mario Esquivel and Jabari Brown from North Chicago, Illinois. The nickel receivers, Jackson Mole. And the safeties are Devin Suka and Ty Koppis. And we will step away for a moment and be back for Culver and Guerin on Golden Eagle TV, powered by Indiana SRN.
Hey folks, good to be with you for tonight's game. My name is Andy Simpson, and I'm a licensed IHSAA football official. And welcome to Friday Night Football, powered by Indiana SRN. On behalf of the 340 football officials, the IHSAA, the crew here at Indiana SRN, we hope you enjoyed tonight's game. And more important, don't forget to subscribe to the Indiana SRN YouTube page. As you're watching tonight's contest, I'm going to show you a few of our signals that will help you better understand the information we are trying to convey. Touchdown. Safety. First down. Holding or illegal use of hands. Encroachment, or offsides commonly known. False start or illegal formation on the offense, or a free kick, scrimmage violation. Face mask, intentional grounding, roughing the passer. Clipping, illegal shift, illegal motion, illegal block. Pass interference by the offense or the defense, delay of game, and the one signal we dislike and you as fans don't like seeing, unsporting. We'd like to thank everyone for tuning in tonight and following us on Indiana SRN. You can also tune in to the Football Weekly Show and Coach's Show every Saturday morning at 8 a.m. on IndianaSRN.org. Finally, if you've ever thought about becoming an IHSAA official, www.ihsaa.org and click on the Officials tab or call the IHSAA office at 317-846-6601. Now, sit back and enjoy the game.
Welcome back, everybody. Getting ready for kickoff between the team in black, that's Guerin Catholic, and the team in white, that is Culver Military Academy. Looking at the sectional matchups coming up next week in Sectional 28, that's Guerin's. Bishop Chatard, the number 1 team in Class 3A, is fortunately on the opposite end of the bracket. Wouldn't have to worry about them. Actually, no, I misread that. They're on the same side of the bracket, Trevor. You got to make sure you read thoroughly before you talk on air. But Bishop Chatard is first matchups against Hamilton Heights. Guerin has West Lafayette. That could be a challenging one. Yorktown, Crawfordsville, Brebeuf Jesuit, North Montgomery are the 4 matchups. For Culver, South Bend St. Joseph and Clay are on one end. They are the 2. They've struggled this year, one could say. Clay is the worst team by Sagarin rankings in the sectional. Logansport and Riley, New Prairie, Plymouth. Kankakee Valley is 5-3 playing tonight, and Culver, they will be playing them. Trevor, before kickoff, what are a couple matchups that you're looking out for? What are some keys for these 2 teams?
Really, I want to see what each offense can establish. You saw Culver struggle a little bit against St. Joe's offensive attack last week, so that might be an area that Sam Miller can try and go ahead and take advantage of for the Guerin offense. Maybe finding Elijah Edwards or Max McGreal over the top and see if they can get a little bit of an aerial attack going. And then for Culver, it's just establishing that edge with the option so that they can go ahead and try and run for days against the Guerin defense.
The weather for tonight's game is perfect fall weather. It's 50 degrees and dry under partly sunny skies, although sunset is looming. Sunset began a minute ago, so we'll be soon under the lights completely. The wind is out of the southwest at 10 miles an hour, but there is 0 chance of rain. And now we wait for Caden Coles of Naperville, Illinois to start our game, and we're underway. In the final game of the regular season, Elijah Edwards has his blockers. Now a nice hesitation move working midfield, but he kept going 2 sideways, and he was dropped by Trig Zrelak from right there in Culver, Indiana.
Yeah, it looked like he was just kind of dancing around, just trying to see if anything broke open for him. And instead, you get decent starting field position at the 25, and we'll see the Guerin Catholic offense for the first time tonight.
Quarterback Sam Miller, a junior. Running back Jagger Albert, Elijah Edwards, Noah Stubbs, and Ryan Glenn, the receivers, although we expect to see Braden Hall out there as well. Max McGreal, the tight end, and the linemen Josh Holba, Scotty Smith, Luke Schenk, the center, Max Cassell, and Brendan McElvenna. And here we go. Right up the middle, Jagger Albert, nice run. The 25-yard line. Should be a first down, gain of 10 right off the get-go for Guerin Catholic.
Yeah, right side of the offensive line just parted Culver's defense like the Red Sea there, and Albert really didn't face much contact until he got tackled down for that gain of 10. It's a nice opening play for the Guerin Catholic offense.
You set it out for Guerin right off the get-go. It'll be Jagger again, this time down in the backfield, though. Surging through that line was Elijah Pack. Most of these players will be playing both ways. Elijah plays middle linebacker and running back for Culver.
Yeah, the way that Guerin darted through the Culver defense on the first play was the absolute opposite there, as Culver's defense had a ton of penetration, leading with Pack to go ahead and make the tackle for a loss of about 4 yards.
And ball back on the 21. So first play, very impressive for Guerin. Second one, not so much. Miller's in the gun. Hands it off. No, he did hand it off, and he could have, either way it would have been a similar result. Culver's defense was ready for him, and Guerin has been stymied on these last 2 plays.
Yeah, a little bit of a run blitz there. Brady Welch coming up to the linebacker position, came into the game with 12.5 tackles for loss. On the season, goes ahead and gets another one there on the run blitz to force a 3rd and forever for Guerin Catholic's offense here.
Jagger Albert on his first handoff of the game took the ball 10 yards, and then he's lost 6 on his last 2 carries. 3rd and long. Miller, quick hitter, knocked down. It was Brady Welsh of Ashland, Ohio, smacking it down, and it'll be 4th down for Guerin, and they will have to punt. Ryan Glenn has been pretty decent this year with the punting game, but he's going to be punting from deep in his own territory.
Yeah, pretty conservative play call there, not really trying to attack downfield at all. See if Glenn could get a decent punt here to go ahead and flip the field position at least a little bit.
So it's a low one, and he gets it away. This is a line drive kick. Mole will have some headroom, but he's covered well by Dylan Balser and the Guerin Catholic special teams. And now it'll be Culver's turn with excellent field position right shy of the 50-yard line.
Yeah, great coverage downfield by the Guerin Catholic coverage team. Go ahead and make sure that Molden have any sort of seam that he can try and break through, and see this option attack for Culver come out.
Jimmy Pisani, the quarterback, is 19 of 51 on the season for 280 yards, but on the ground he's got 697 on 89 carries. You see him in that full house backfield, flanked by Esquivel and Mole. That's Mole in motion. And Pisani will look to throw, and he'll check it down to nobody. Francis was the offensive player, and this might be grounding.
Yeah, he's. I don't think that he was an eligible receiver. I don't see any flags down.
And there it is, Trevor.
There we go. Yeah, he went ahead, and there was no comfort whatsoever dropping back there for Pisani. I think that's a pretty good example of why he's thrown the ball only about 50 times this year. Much more comfortable running, presumably. Just went ahead and dropped back, had good pressure from the Guerin Catholic defense there, and then just tried to toss it out to, I think it ended up at DeAndre Francis's feet, and I don't know if Francis is a normal route runner.
He would be a big one to handle. The Canadian on the left tackle for Culver. North America well represented on the Culver Eagle roster. There's a Mexican, a Canadian, and the rest are all Americans. This ball is out of play. Tried that near sideline. He was looking for Colin Vickery, but it was incomplete.
Interesting first drive for Culver, coming out to pass twice. Again, only about 50 attempts on the year thus far, less than 10 a game. And it's very peculiar play calling there, and now you set yourself up at 3rd and about 22. I don't know if there's a play that comes right up in the playbook on that one.
Yeah, we'll see. They have hit on an 80-yarder before earlier in the season. They're just going to hand it off to Elijah Pack. He got to the 40, so he gained 2 yards. But that, unfortunately for Culver, leaves a 4th and 20 and a punt coming up for Mario Esquivel and the Culver Eagles.
Yeah, nice tackle there by Parker Bell, coming in from the linebacker position to bring him down there and force the punt here on 4th down as Culver offense comes in and loses 10 yards due to penalty.
It does look like a different punter in the game, but he gets it away regardless. Nice punt. And this is going to get a tremendous roll for Culver inside the 10. Checking up at about the 8-yard line, 8 line. Great punt by Culver. And Guerin Catholic's going to be backed up inside their 10-yard line.
Yeah, great bounce there for Culver. Go ahead and pin Guerin Catholic deep in their on end of the field. See if they come out with anything a little bit more creative here on their second possession. Had the great first run, and then everything just went sideways from there.
Yeah, that first drive for Guerin lasted 4 plays and 4 yards, and that included a 10-yard scamper, so it went haywire basically immediately. Now the second drive of the game for Guerin Catholic. It'll begin with a run by Jagger Albert up the middle, just like last time. Another solid gain for Jagger Albert, gain of 12 for Guerin Catholic. And the chains will move. The question, Trevor, is what are they going to do here on second down?
Another nice run, as you stated there. Just go ahead and get a little bit of breathing room away from your own end zone, and see if they have. I'd like to see them open up a little bit in the air, try and get a quick pass out to Elijah Edwards, just to balance it out slightly before going back to Albert. See what they come through here.
Yeah, Edwards is in the slot near side. It'll be Jagger Albert, middle. Gets through. Jack Etheridge had to ride him down. Nice gain by Albert on second down, and that brings up on first down, brings up a 2nd and 4 for Guerin Catholic.
Nice solid job blocking there by the interior of the offensive line. Go ahead and make sure that they get their set step in to go ahead and face their defender out the way they need to open up that hole for Albert.
2nd and 4. The up back this time, but nothing doing. That play was snuffed out immediately by Culver. It was Anthony Ferrucci on the attempt, but he ran right into the embrace of everyone on the defensive front. Evan Gerber, DeAndre Francis, Luke Farrell, or Cooper Farrell, excuse me.
Yeah, another block story got established there. Didn't really allow for any sort of running room there. We'll have 3rd and 2. See if try and pound Albert again right up the gut. Try and get a new set of downs.
Culver will line up 4 across the defensive front. 7 in the box. Safety creeping up. That's Suka. And it'll be Albert, and he lunges forward, and he speared his way right towards that line. I think he got it. And he did.
And nice job. Good vision by Jagger Albert there to go and see the hole that he needed to squeak through to get that first down. First 2 set of downs. I'd still like for them to go ahead and balance it out a bit just to help open up these holes a little bit more for Albert. They're already showing 7 in the box for the Culver defense. You'd like to go ahead and try and get them to pull one guy out.
24 yards on 6 carries via our Titus Bakery at Deli at Reynolds Statistics. Those are for Jagger Albert, and this is on the keep. Danny Rode, the cornerback, taking it down the sideline, and he's ridden down inside the 10.
Nice little bit of trickery there. Go ahead and I think Rode maybe shaking up a little bit, but a great run on the option play there, or maybe just a design fake to Albert. I don't think Culver had any expectation of seeing the quarterback keep it there. Rode did a great job going ahead and cutting through the right side of the offensive line before getting over the sideline, just running down to, I think we're at about the 7-8 yard line now.
Yeah, that was a fantastic run. A little bit of wildcat formation, or at least an option quarterback, and we're going to have a little delay and a timeout on the field, and we're going to take one with them. Nothing, but Guerin Catholic on a great run is driving here on Golden Eagle TV, powered by Indiana SRN.
Hey, Kelson Carter here with Carter's My Plumber. Today we're going to take a look at some water heaters and some problems that could be going on and what to do. This is 2 75-gallon water heaters. These are high-efficient water heaters, which isn't the case in most houses. Yours may not be like this, but it's very similar if you have a gas water heater. So you have your gas control valves, and a lot of times these need to be set at a certain temperature, so they need to be at 120 degrees. If they're too high, you're taking a chance of scalding seniors or kids. If they're too low, then you're not going to be getting enough hot water. So the average setting is usually on an A or a hot, and you can find that in your owner's manual if you're wanting to look into yourself. Another thing is the temperature relief valve, which is located right here. If that were to ever be popping off, you really need to get a professional out to take a look. If you feel you need any professional help, just go online to carsmyplumber.com.
Welcome back, folks. 1st and 10, 1st and goal. Handoff, right side, fighting through Parker Bell. The whole defense getting involved here on the final game of the regular season. Parker Bell, typically a linebacker. We saw Danny Rode, the cornerback, running for 59. And Trevor, if you're looking at coming in off defense, getting in on the offensive drive here, a couple of those defensive players having some nice runs for Guerin Catholic.
Well, great way to go and throw out the defense a little bit. Show them some numbers that they're not expecting to be in the backfield for Guerin Catholic. Goes ahead and adds a little bit of a shroud of mystery to what exactly they're planning on running.
Now it's Ferrucci and McGreal in motion, and here is Bell, and he's trying. Oh, he just got swarmed.
Bell again carries the ball.
Yeah, the whole defense there just kind of collapsed amongst the middle. Expecting that was the play call, and they went in and guessed right that time. 3rd and goal from about the 4, it looks like, coming up.
And right you are, Trevor. Knocking on the door, Guerin Catholic. They scored 10 points against Decatur Central, 19 against Northview, nothing in the previous 2 games before that. Want to capitalize while you're there. Parker Bell tries to cut it back inside, but a flag is down. We'll see where it is. I think he made it into the end zone. He's fired up, but the question is, what do the Zebras have to say?
What does the Zebras say?
That's a good question.
Did they
Good
name?
question. I would assume they've got to have a horse-like quality, and it's a hold against Guerin Catholic, so that helped explain. We might not have heard the Zebras speak there, Trevor, but they did signify that it was a hold.
Go ahead and bring it back a little bit to about the 15-yard line and see if they open up the passing game here or if they go ahead and keep it conservative on the ground.
On the season, Guerin Catholic has not attempted a field goal, so we would assume 4 down territory at the moment. Wide receiver Jack Cherry, the freshman at the top of your screen. Then going towards his right is Edwards, McGreal, and Glenn. Miller, under duress, steps through, flicks it down, and that was erased by Jack Etheridge.
Great job there by Etheridge to go ahead and read that play out. If there was any chance of Parker Bell there breaking away from that tackle, he had some blocking going down the right side of the field, but alas, nothing there, and it looks like they are going to bring out the kicking team.
Yeah, Addison Lucian definitely didn't get enough on that 3rd down play to make it more reasonable. Low snap, kick up, well, strong enough, and good. Guerin Catholic leads 3-0 over Culver with 4 minutes to go here in the first quarter on Golden Eagle TV, powered by Indiana SRN.
Faith in a company is extremely important, and Johnson Mello puts their money where their mouth is. In the past several years, we've, as a company, had tithed, which is pretty unheard of.
Things from donating equipment to churches, helping non-for-profits, helping wounded warriors, working with the Catholic community, the churches, a lot of people that may be even struggling that help daycares, help children come into this industry. So we do a lot of donations back to the community, but also our workers and our team also helps in those projects.
Welcome back, everybody, here at Guerin Catholic High School. It's 3-0 on the Addison Lucian field goal. That last drive for Guerin Catholic was 72 yards on 10 plays. And it came up, could have been touchdown, but it was held up by a holding penalty, and Jackson Mole, nice run here, ran through a couple guys, stiff-armed another, bulldozed over Lucian, and then tumbles across the 50-yard line.
You know, We'll see if the refs mark him out anywhere short of the 50-yard line as he was running around the boundary. Looks like they might put him at the Culver 41, but still a great return. Going ahead and bulldozing a couple defenders there to find his way in a nice field position for Culver to start this drive.
Now it is Culver's turn, trailing by 3 on the scoreboard. Impressive run, a really impressive play. The difference was Danny Rode, who is not in at cornerback at the moment. He got a little dinged up on his gigantic run. Over 50-yarder for the typical cornerback, and here's kept by Pisani, flicks it outside, looked out, fumble on the ball, and is picked up by Guerin Catholic. Parker Bell, he ran it on offense, and he scooped it up and got a couple more on defense.
And there's a bit of that triple option tech that Culver periodically employs, and that time just could not hang on to the ball once it got to the final destination. Then Parker Bell goes ahead and scoops up the fumble there. Guerin Catholic. Jeez.
Take your time.
It's a bit of a struggle. To get Guerin Catholic the ball back to start this third drive now, and see if they can go ahead and put it back into the end zone here.
On the season, Guerin does have an advantage in the turnover department. They've turned over 4 times. Their defense has taken it away 7, and a nice run by Jagger Albert. Fights his way to, looks like the 22-yard line.
Another nice strong run there by Albert to go ahead and get about 8 on that gain. Get 2nd and 2 here and see what they come up with here. I'm assuming they'll probably just go and pound the ball back up the middle. They've had nice blocking so far, going right up the gut with Jagger Albert.
Albert has 8 carries in this game at 4.5 yards per clip, right about at his average entering tonight. From the gun, Sam Miller. Hands it to Jagger. Nice run again. He has a nice burst of speed right out of the backfield. First down for Guerin Catholic.
Yeah, as long as we've seen it a number of times throughout some of their other games this year, as long as he can get a bit of a hole, he can go ahead. He's got a great first burst to go ahead and get through the line. He just has to have a little bit of a window to run through. We've seen that so far in this first quarter. A couple nice burst gains there. Gets another first down there.
He is back in the shotgun formation. He's counted for 38 yards of offense for Guerin Catholic, and flags. Be the second penalty against Guerin, one would assume. There it is. Nice to be able to hear him. That's what the zebra sounds like, Trevor. Slightly muffled.
I was wondered. Seems like that would give themselves away in the African safari.
You know, you have to talk selectively. That's why only one of them is allowed to at a time.
It's not very incognito.
No, it is not. Sam Miller will fire. Has a man. Elijah Edwards. You wanted to see him catch it, and now he has it inside the 10 to about the 6-yard line.
And that one, not really a very fast developing play, but Sam Miller went ahead and cocked back and looked over, and you just got Elijah Edwards coming across and slaying. Just went ahead and found his the point on the field that he wanted to, and just waited until Miller hit him there. Goes ahead and gets a first down there. Be first and goal from about the 6-yard line. I think he's going to have that available all day if he wants to go ahead and balance out that attack for Albert. See if they go ahead and put it in the end zone with Albert here, though.
Yeah, Miller is 2 for 3 now, and here's Jagger Albert, middle of the field. Fights inside the 5-yard line to about the 1. And they're going to go quickly here, Trevor, with just about 2 minutes to play, looking to go up 2 scores. Miller fires his way in. He is! Touchdown, Guerin Catholic.
Another great blocking scheme by the interior of that offensive line. Go ahead and allow for Sam Miller just with the quarterback keeper to run into the end zone there. And we've now got a 9-0 lead for Guerin Catholic with an extra point on the way.
And Addison Lucian has to be getting ready to take this extra point with a lot of confidence. He already made a field goal for the first time this season, saving the best for the very end. And there's a better snap this time. The kick is up. The kick is good. It is 10-0 Guerin Catholic. Coming to the end of the first quarter here on Golden Eagle TV, powered by Indiana SRN.
Piper Group Warehouse has a strong commitment to their clients as their logistics provider. If you would like to discover how you can improve your service levels while lowering your overall cost, Piper Logistics Group can help. Call Greg Piper today at 317-396-3916. Piper Logistics Group.
Welcome back, everybody, here at Guerin Catholic. And the final game of the regular season is off to a swimming start for Guerin Catholic. They lead 10-0 after a keeper by Sam Miller, his first touchdown of the season on the ground. And this kick, not as swimming a start, but now Culver, they really have to answer after that crucial turnover their last drive.
Yeah, it's been a peculiar start for Culver so far. You had 2 passing attempts on just to lead right off the game, neither that went well on their first drive. A botched attempt at their triple option on to lead off the second drive. They're already down 10-0 now. They don't have much of a passing attack to really try and put the ball through the air. So you've got to expect them to try and get something going here on the ground. But again, we've had a little bit different play calling so far than what we expected from them.
1st and 10 for Culver, that full house backfield, the option attack. Used to be more common, although the quarterbacks never really lined up in the pistol, which Culver does. And this run by Elijah Pack gets basically nothing.
Yeah, cut down quickly by Nathan Fancher on the defensive line. Fancher's had a nice season so far. Go ahead and does a great job with some of these slants on the defensive line to go ahead and try and do quick moves to cut up into the gut of the offensive line. Try and get the running backs down faster. Great job there.
2nd down. Here's the handoff, and he swarmed in the backfield. They have gone to number 10, Colin Vickery, a couple times. He fumbled once, and that play got erased.
Yeah, Vickery quickly taken down by a swarm of Golden Eagles. Not really anything there to go with. We're going about 3rd and 14 now from about 31 of Culver. Again, they keep getting themselves in a bad position with long 3rd down opportunities. See if they have anything for this Golden Eagles defense.
Sani in the pistol. He's going to look to throw. He's under duress. He gets away from Balser. He dodges McGreel, but Max stays with him and takes him down. It's a gain on the play, but it's 4th and long for Culver.
He was able to sneak away for about a 7-yard gain, dropped back again. Great job by McGreel, though. All he really needed to do was just find a way to bring him down. Didn't give up on the play after initially being beat there. Nice job going ahead and taking down Pisani, forcing what appears to probably be another punt.
I think you're probably right there, Trevor. There it goes. This one's a line drive. Chases back Edwards and checks up immediately. That'll save Guerin, and Guerin will have nice field position at the 20-yard line at the end of the first quarter. So we're going to go to our quarter break. Guerin Catholic leads Culver 10-0 on Golden Eagle TV, powered by Indiana SRN.
You got a broken door, trapped car, you can't buy time. We take it very seriously and take pride in being responsive.
We have all of Central Indiana covered, from Martinsville,
Avon, up to Anderson,
to Cicero.
There's always somebody in your area.
It's important that we're able to get there, same day, because people's time is valuable.
On our trucks, we carry just about everything we need to fix a garage door right then and there.
Sunshine, rain, or snow, we're good to go.
Precision Door Service, a name you can trust. Becoming a licensed sports official is a great way to make a positive difference in the community and support the over 160,000 Indiana student athletes that participate across 21 IHSAA sports. Sports officiating allows you to stay connected to the game, become a role model for our young student athletes, earn extra money, and support the patrons and communities of our IHSAA member schools. To learn more about becoming a licensed IHSAA official, log on to ihsaa.org.
Welcome back, everybody. That's scary, is it not? The Guerin Catholic is holding a blood drive next Wednesday from 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. in the gym. Sign up at guerincatholic.org. And you'll have a vampire trying to snag you, I guess. On the first quarter, Guerin outgained Culver 121-5. 110 of those yards came on the ground for Guerin. And first downs were 6-0 in favor of the Golden Eagles. Those stats brought to you by Titus Bakery and Deli at Reynolds. Just up, US 31 from Guerin Catholic High School, and a nice run. Again, Jagger Albert. That run game for Guerin Catholic Trevor has been robust in this game, this first quarter.
Well, yeah, you look at that play there, and you get Albert going and getting right to the second level, eventually being brought down by Brady Welch, but not until he's already 5 yards up the field. And if you're able to go ahead and get those holes and those kind of plays, you're going to be able to run for days.
2nd and 5. Miller will look to pass. Heaves it over the middle. Over McGreel.
Miller's pass is...
Yeah, McGreel pulled up just a little bit there, looked like to go ahead and try and find the ball in the air. And I think that's what cost him the catch there. So we'll have 3rd and just under 5 here to go ahead and try and convert for the first down.
And that can be the challenge, though, and anytime the ball is thrown directly over you, it can be hard to get a read on it. So 3rd and 5 for Guerin Catholic. Glenn and Edwards wide to the top of your screen. Jack Cherry, the freshman, wide to the bottom. Handoff on the draw and snuffed out by quarterback Jimmy Pisani, also / defensive lineman, and he speared Albert.
Yeah, Pisani read the draw there pretty easily. Didn't really allow for anything for Albert to go ahead and gain and go ahead and have the second punt of the night for Guerin Catholic.
This drives for Guerin Catholic have been interesting, more productive than they had been earlier in the year. But they do have 10 points through the first quarter. And here comes a flag. Trevor, those 10 points for Guerin in the first quarter gives Guerin a give him more room to work, I guess. But the 10 yards for Guerin now gives them 32 points in the first quarter this season, which gives them the lead over their opponents who have 29. So they've been trailing in the first quarter all year until just tonight.
It's a good way to get some momentum.
There you go. We'll try this again. Lost 5 yards. And Glenn, a tumbler. Fielded it quickly by Mole, snuffed out by Ferrucci. Mole slips by, lost the ball. That's free, it should be, and I think Guerin has it. It would be their second fumble recovery, and they do.
Yeah, as he was going down to the ground there, one Guerin Catholic Golden Eagles able to just go ahead and rip it out. And ball security, big issue so far for Culver to start this game. And Guerin Catholic goes ahead and it's a great game plan. Go ahead and punt, let their punt return to go ahead and catch the ball and then tackle them. Essentially, you're gaining a nice little bit of field position here.
Yeah, that is also the 18th turnover of the year for Culver. But that's true, Trevor. If you're going to have bad field position, might as well just force a turnover at midfield and take over there. On 1st and 10, Jagger Albert fighting still, close to a first down. Great third effort by the senior.
Yeah, one of the top things about this kid all year long has been he just keeps his feet moving. Nice 9-yard gain there to go ahead and probably getting about an extra 4 yards after that initial contact, dragging the pile. Go ahead and try and convert for another first down here. More tough running for Jagger Albert.
It's 57 yards on the game. He's dotting the I behind Miller under center. He'll try it again. He's got a blocker in front. Slips by Francis, but could not get away from Jackson Mull. He's trying to make up for the fumble on the punt, but it's a first down for Guerin.
It still goes ahead and gets another 7 yards there. A slight delay on the handoff there, but plenty to go ahead and catch the defense just slightly off guard. Get more yardage, about the 39-yard line now of Culver as Guerin Catholic drives.
I'll take a little brief pause here, folks. And now we'll get back to playing some football. 132 yards on the ground for Guerin so far. We still have a lot to play in this half, and another nice run by Jagger.
He just keeps finding these chunk yardage gains. About 3.5, 4 yards on that one. Go ahead and get to about a 2nd and 6 here. Albert just keeps chugging along.
And 4 yards and a cloud of dust for Guerin Catholic, and it's working for him. He's got approached 9 minutes to play here, second quarter. Miller will keep. He will throw. He will have McGreel. One stiff arm. Throws him down. Steps over another, and he's down across the 25-yard line.
He just Derrick Henry'd him. Found the defensive back on his way to the first down. Went ahead and just yelled at him to get off him. So he throws him into the turf. Goes ahead and finds his way down to about the 24-yard line. Great tough run in there by McGreel after getting the catch off the rollout from Sam Miller as this offense drives.
Here's a little scamper up the middle, not getting too much. That catch from McGreel doubling back to it, the 6th catch of the year for Max, and when he catches the ball, it's always a big play it seems, and that one quite dramatic.
That rollout that Miller does to the left is almost, it seems like no matter what, if he's rolling out to that left side, he's looking for McGreel coming around on the crossing route. Just continues to find him. Not really much gain there for Albert on first down.
He didn't get anything. 2nd and 10. Miller thought about the screen. Now will adjust up the middle and thumped down. A big, not fun piggyback ride from Cooper Farrell. Just topped up on his shoulders and plunged him.
Yeah, found himself about 2 yards there. Looked like he had a man going deep. I believe that it was Jack Cherry running down the long route along the far sideline. Had pretty good coverage on him, so Miller decided to go ahead and pull it back. Getting at least a little bit of yardage, but now we've got 3rd and a little bit long, so see if they go into the passing game or if they try and do another halfback delay.
And it's Bell in at running back. It's a 3rd down and 8 for Guerin. We'll go to Parker Bell on the delay. Nice run shaping up, but at the very top of the run, Culver was there, and it'll be 4th down for Guerin.
Yeah, he found his way at second level, just tried to continue course going straight. Unfortunately, there were plenty of Culver Eagles there to go and stop him rather than bouncing back, and looks like they might be going for it on 4th down here.
And a timeout coming in from Andy Durrell to get Culver some breathing room. So one timeout burned by Culver. Guerin leads 10-0 on Golden Eagle TV, powered by Indiana SRN.
More fixing, more finding, more being original. Unique like this, trendy like that. More designing this, arranging that. More saving, and then more making it happen. More of your space looking like this, and more of you feeling like that. More excitement, more savings, more furniture, more rugs, more flooring. More affordable luxury from RG Decor.
Can't get to a computer? Then we've got you covered. Just go to the Indiana SRN app and stay up to date with all of your favorite teams. You can watch live coverage or relive the experience with our on-demand service.
Welcome back, everybody. Best drive of the game shaping up for Culver right now. 37 yards on 7 carries. Now Culver's defense or excuse me, best drive of the game going for, one of the better drives of the game going for Guerin Catholic. I had that backwards. Well, you will not get backwards if you download our app. You can be able to watch games and replay live however you want. Trevor's got the app. You like it?
I love the app.
And here's 4th down. Miller looks deep, has a man, touchdown! Ryan Glenn, 2nd touchdown of the year. And Guerin is pouring it on him now.
Perfectly spotted pass there for Miller, finding Glenn in the left side of the end zone. Looked like the defensive back just pulled up just a little bit in his coverage from Glenn. Went ahead, and that provided the extra separation Glenn needed for just an easy catch into the end zone. All he had to do was watch it into his hands. Great job there. Go ahead and push up to 16-0 for Guerin Catholic with the extra point on the way. This offense looks a lot more in sync than we've seen in most of the season.
Lucian makes it 17-0, and one of the most high-scoring games for Guerin this year is this one you're watching right now. They lead 17-0 on Indiana SRN.
Every day, Summers Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling keeps Hoosiers comfortable at home. When you see our bright orange trucks on the road or in your neighborhood, you know the Summers tradition of trust is alive and well. We deliver essential services where you need them, when you need them. We're trusted for quality service at fair prices. Plus, we do what it takes to keep you safe in a time like this. Just call Summers and enjoy the season at home in comfort.
Can't get to a computer? Then we've got you covered. Just go to the Indiana SRN app and stay up to date with all of your favorite teams. You can watch live coverage or relive the experience with our on-demand service.
Welcome back, everybody. Guerin Catholic on a roll, 17-0. They've outgained Culver 182-5. Culver's had 2 turnovers. They'll start at the 20 here. Culver has outgained Guerin on special teams yardage, 34-10, but those 2 turnovers have really hurt the visiting Eagles. And Guerin's got 141 on the ground, 41 through the air, a touchdown through the air. That's rare for Guerin Catholic this season. And Sam Miller now is even with 4 touchdowns with his 4 interceptions. And now Culver, they're looking at a 3-score deficit to try to dig themselves out of.
Yeah, Guerin is currently firing on all cylinders. I don't know if Golden Eagles know what a cylinder is, but
they're doing it.
They're firing on them.
They're crushing them. This one will be kept by Pisani, fakes it outside, and then rolls down. He had Ferrucci in front of him and Novlin around his knees.
That was a great job. You see Max Nickel go ahead and kick out to stop the opportunity for the further option out. And then the other 2 backers go ahead and collapse in on Pisani, keep him from having his own running lane. It's a great job on defense. Go ahead and cut him down for a very minimal gain there.
2nd and 8. Pisani, quick hitter, near side. Mull makes a man miss. Got to watch that football. And he's forced out of bounds by Balser.
Yeah, nice quick pass there by Pisani. Go ahead and find Mull with a little bit of room to work. It's going to be a little bit shy of the 1st down. We're looking about 3rd and 2 to go. Here to see if they go ahead and go back to the option attack here. The Golden Eagles still doing a nice job playing very stingy defense.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like many of the Culver players are able to get much room to breathe, Trevor. 3rd and 2. They'll hand it off. No, it'll be pitched out. Faked me out, but did not fake out Adam Novlin. And Max Nickel in that secondary for Guerin Catholic. Nickel on the tackle. It should be 4th down. It is 4th down for Culver, and it looks like the special teams unit's coming out.
Yeah, this defense looks like they were very well prepared. Great week of practice, preparing for a difficult offense to defend. But so far they have done a phenomenal job setting the edge, not allowing for any cutback lanes. Great job so far by this defense.
Westlake, Texas is Colin Vickery. Boots this one. Failed it off the hop by Edwards. And that is a two-leg takedown on the 40-yard line.
So goes in and brings up, gets a couple yards on the return and set them up for the 40. So plenty of time to go down the field and try and score again for this Guerin Catholic offense. Just add to the strong lead that they've set through this first half.
To give this game perspective, the highest scoring game that Guerin has had this season was 2 weeks ago. It was on one of our broadcasts. We had that one. Northview, and Guerin shut out Northview 19-0, and right now they lead 17-0 with 5 minutes to play in the first half. Miller floats it. Edwards has it. Tries to cut back and is tumbled over to the 50.
That'll be another first down, that time through the air. It's about 11 yards on the pitch and catch from Miller to Edwards. And cross back over into Culver territory again. This offense looks very good right now.
Miller has thrown for 3 first downs in this half. 52 yards. He's 5 of 7 with a touchdown. Albert, nothing doing this time. Brady Welsh of Ashland, Ohio was there, number 52.
Yeah, he got back to the line of scrimmage there and then stonewalled at that point. So we'll still be at 2nd and 10 here. See, this is the Sam Miller that you want, though. You're not asking for him to do too much, but you're allowing for there to be enough balance in the offense to where he can go ahead and catch this defense off guard when they're going and selling out to stop Jagger Albert in the passing game with some of the weapons that he has.
Only 6 men in the box this time. They're giving more room to the pass. Albert will try the right side, turns the corner, but falls down. Not much gained for Jagger Albert on that play.
Yeah, you got just outside of the edge that Culver was trying to establish, but defensive back able to go ahead and come up and cut him down. Gain of only about 2 there. See if Guerin tries to go back into the air again here, or if they stay on the ground with a delay type play.
3rd and 8. Blitz shown, blitz delivered, checked out to Albert. Good play here, and I think he got it.
Yep, he's got the first down. And that's a great job by Sam Miller to go ahead and diagnose that they were sending the rushers and had Albert coming right out of the backfield into the flat. Nobody was covering him. Able to go ahead and scamper along the sideline, find his way to the first down through a little bit of contact. And another first down on this drive here.
First and down for Guerin Catholic. Sam Miller now 61 yards on 6 of 8 passing. Handoff, Albert, room on the near side, fights through an arm tackle. He drove in to Devin Suka from South Lake Tahoe, California, number 1 in white. It's another good run for Jagger Albert.
Another gain of about 6 there is just more chunk plays here for this offense, finding nice solid gains through the air, chunk plays on the ground, keeping this defense off guard. Got about 2nd and 4, 2nd and 5 here. 2 minutes and 36 seconds on the clock and ticking away.
Yeah, 2:30 to play now here, 2nd quarter. There's room to the top. That's Edwards in motion. The handoff is to Elijah. And didn't get enough. And he's mad at himself. He slipped.
I think he started losing his footing just as he was trying to cut back around that right side of the line. Got maybe a yard or so. Looking at about 3rd and 3 here. Just over 2 minutes left on the clock as time continues to run towards the half.
And a quickly moving first half. We are not yet 50 minutes into this first half, and we're already under 2 minutes to play on a 3rd and short for Guerin Catholic. Culver jump, but Guerin will bail him out from it. Miscommunication as Albert ran into Miller. It'll be 4th down.
Albert on the carry.
I think Miller was a little thrown off and on which side he was going to deliver the ball to Albert on there. And loses maybe a yard there. Being about 4th and 4.
And Guerin is in no man's land at the moment. This is where you just might as well go for it. Can't too far away to kick at this level. Too close to punt. And here is a 4th down for the Guerin offense, which has been playing quite well on 4th down. But a timeout will be called. And it's timeout by Guerin Catholic. We'll be back. A minute to play here in the 2nd quarter on Golden Eagle TV, powered by Indiana SRN. They sponsor our statistics. That's Titus Bakery and Deli at Reynolds. And we are Jonathan Mathis and Trevor Brooks, Golden Eagle TV, powered by Indiana SRN. And this is 4th down for Guerin Catholic. That's Sam Miller, number 12. The shift from the right side, now just to the middle. Albert speared immediately. Elijah Pack forcing his way through, stopping Guerin. That's the first time Culver's really been able to stand up to the Golden Eagle offense since the first drive of the game, and now they take over with very little time left here in the first half.
Yeah, nice job by Pack, just coming right along the in between the right guard and center, lifting right through that hole and able to go ahead and take down Albert for the loss there, and see if Culver tries to attack or just wants to go into the half.
Line up in the normal offense, which has been roundingly ineffective to this point. We'll see what they're able to do here. Hesitation run by Mull, still spinning, and Novlin takes him down. Nice gain for Culver on 1st down.
About a 7-yard gain or so there.
Gain of 7. That brings out
not really much of a sense of urgency, it appears, for their Culver.
Now that gives us a chance to give you a couple score updates from some significant games in the area. Carmel is in a nail-biter with, who are they playing? They are playing Lawrence Central. Carmel leads 42-0 with 5 minutes to go in the half. Pisani chased, flings it, out of play. Also, and this is actually a significant game. Cathedral and Center Grove are 2 of the top teams in the state, 2 number 1s in their respective classes. Center Grove leads Cathedral 10-6 as they get ready for the second half of play over there. There you go.
Well, it's actually kind of intriguing me. Center Grove has not really shown much mercy to most of their opponents this year.
Cathedral's pretty good. Another one for you. Westfield leads Franklin Central 28-0. And here's a flag. Moving back, try it again. Yeah, that Cathedral Center Grove game, you don't really get those. It's almost de facto. If this was the old school football tournament days when there wasn't really a football tournament, then this would be one of those mythical state championship games with 2 of the top teams going against each other. 3rd and 8. 14 seconds to play. That's Mull in motion. Hand off to Elijah Pack. Nice run down the sideline. Got it to midfield.
Carries the ball, gets out across the 45.
The clock will freeze while the chains move. And even with some momentum, the problem for Culver just came so late. We have a timeout on the play by Culver.
Moody makes the stop. Ball resting in midfield. 1st and 10 for.
We'll keep it here with 8 seconds to play. Guerin up 17-0. Some fun facts on Culver, Trevor, that you may not know. But Culver Military Academy was founded in 1894 by Henry Harrison Culver.
Great year.
It was a great year. And he was a philanthropist. There was a movie made about Culver Academy called Tom Brown of Culver from 1932. You could watch it yourself. It was on. Yeah, it's a 70-minute blast, but it covers a lot of interesting ground. I don't want to spoil it.
70 of the best minutes you'll have in your life.
It would be, but yeah, we don't want to spoil a movie from 1932. But you could check it out.
Where can you find that movie?
You could probably YouTube it or Turner Classic or whatever. You just have to be very creative. I'm sure if you went to Culver Military Academy and asked them for it, they probably have a copy. Some significant alums from Culver Military. Now, there's a lot of people who've been to the summer camps up at Culver, but these ones actually went there. Lamar Hunt, who founded the AFC and owned the Chiefs. Walter O'Malley, who welcomed Jackie Robinson to the Brooklyn Dodgers. Band of Brothers fans, Herbert Sobel, who founded Band of Brothers, or was the man who shaped the Easy Company in World War II, went to Culver. George Steinbrenner of the Yankees, and our executive producer, Jerry Collins. Culver will play it out. They're heaving it, and he didn't get enough on it. But it's still, oh, he had it in his hands, and Mull dropped it with 2 seconds to play.
Casani's pass intended for Mull is incomplete.
Fun fact.
Yes.
You can actually find that movie that you spoke of in the last remaining blockbuster in the country.
I bet you could.
Yeah. You know why I can say that?
Because
I don't trust that any of our listeners are actually going to fact check that.
If
any
of
you do, you've got a $5 gift card to you to Pinhead's Entertainment Center.
There are a couple of family videos still around. From the 50, last play of the first half. One would assume, unless it's a defensive penalty, Pisani has time, steps into it, heaves it deep, picked off Max Nickel. Now he's going the other way. Max Nickel hit by a couple players, and that is an emphatic end for the first half. 3 turnovers for Culver, 17 points for Guerin Catholic. And on what would traditionally be a senior night, there is a flag down, though. But everyone's heading towards the locker rooms. First half statistics, right quick. Guerin outgained Culver 210 yards to 36. 149 to 30 on the ground, 61 to 6 through the air. Turnovers, or first downs rather, 10 to 1 in favor of the Golden Eagles. Special teams yards, that was in favor of Culver, but they did have those 3 turnovers to Guerin's none. And then in the second quarter specifically, Guerin outgained Culver 89 to 31. So we're going to take a little breather, and when we come back, we will get you set for the second half here on Golden Eagle TV, powered by Indiana SRN.
Your home and office make up a big part of your world. Sometimes trying to manage it all on your own can make you feel like you have the weight of the world on your shoulders. And when the weight of the world is on your shoulders, you need a strong back or two to come to your rescue and haul your stress away. You need the College Hunks. Whether it's time to clear some space for new memories, to reinvent the room around you, or to simply pack up and move into a fresh new beginning, you can count on the Hunks to bear your burden so you don't have to. Let us move you today.
Becoming a licensed sports official is a great way to make a positive difference in the community and support the over 160,000 Indiana student athletes that participate across 21 IHSAA sports. Sports officiating allows you to stay connected to the game, become a role model for our young student athletes, earn extra money, and support the patrons and communities of our IHSAA member schools. To learn more about becoming a licensed IHSAA official, log on to ihsaa.org/officials today.
I'm Mary. Welcome to Guerin Catholic High School. Many people believe that we're just like any other school, but I'm here today to show you that we're not. At Guerin Catholic, we are family. Now I know that sounds crazy, right? How can a school be like a family? Well, it all starts with St. Theodore Guerin herself. Her charisms inspire us every day. She's been praying for us since before the school was built, before we were even born. On one of her many resting places, it says, "I sleep, but I watch over the house that I have built." As a student, it's so inspiring to know that we have our own saint in heaven praying for us every day. But if you really want to understand what Guerin Catholic's all about, there's a lot more you need to know about us, starting with who we are. Mother Guerin also has some advice for the teachers. She says, love the children first, then teach them. It is these wise words that inspires our teachers to motivate students and look for the best ways to meet each student where they are. You might think with all this love, academics might not be important, but there is nothing further from the truth. It is because of our faith in seeking the truth that we aspire to know all that we can know. But we can't stop there. We have to know how to think about the knowledge in order to make a difference in the world. Whether you need a little extra help or you're ready to be challenged with an international baccalaureate diploma or anything in between, there is a place for you at Guerin Catholic. But we're not just about academics around here. At Guerin Catholic, we are well-rounded. There are so many ways for you to get involved. Obviously, we have sports. We have 21 athletic teams, including swimming. And if you don't play a sport, we're all about supporting those that do. Our student sections are so much fun. We are spirited. And we also have 43 clubs. So if you don't see anything you like, you can start another one. We also have band, choir, orchestra, and theater. We are involved. At Guerin Catholic, there are so many ways for you to discover and use the gifts that God has given you. We are creative. Getting involved in these activities is not just about having fun. It's also about developing skills that help you become a great leader and providing opportunities for you to lead. At Guerin Catholic, we are leaders. Another great way for you to grow as a leader is through service opportunities. There are so many ways for you to share your gifts with others. Mother Guerin says, you will be happy yourself in making others happy. That's what service is all about. By connecting to local organizations or through mission trips, you'll have plenty of opportunities to serve. At Guerin Catholic, we are compassionate. There are so many opportunities to travel at Guerin Catholic, from mission trips to Costa Rica to performing in New York City. We are explorers. You will find the Guerin Catholic community all around the world, working, singing, and learning all to get closer to Christ. Here we are at our chapel. This is where I leave you. But as you think about your future, I'll give you one last piece of advice from Mother Guerin. Do not give way to uneasiness about the future. Place yourself gently into the hands of Providence.
Challenge was really one of the main reasons why I came to Culver. At my public school, my freshman year, I could kind of like walk into classes and not pay attention and get A's. I felt that I wasn't living up to my potential, so that was really the biggest reason why I started to look at Culver. And like now that I'm here, it's like I have to work hard for things, and that's probably the most valuable skill that I've learned at any point in my life, is that if you really want something, you have to work for it.
Culver allows you to experiment with so many different aspects of academics, varying from space sciences to ceramics. We have anything you could possibly imagine. And so if you're itching to try something new in the arts or try a new sport or any other extracurriculars you could even imagine, Culver's the place for you.
There's a lot of things that I love about Culver, but one of the best things is brotherhood in the barracks.
Culver is going to make sure you come out with a family, girls and guys that are willing to support you.
I've met the most amazing people at Culver that I don't think I ever would have met at my local high school. The best discovery that I had there was my friends. The diverse backgrounds that we come from are incredible.
People are so excited to talk to me since I'm like an international student. They really want to know about me. They really want to know what's going on in my country, what's going on with me. It made me feel like at home. They become my second family.
The independence it gives you really allows you to find out who you are.
Culver has definitely taught me confidence and being comfortable in my own skin.
It's just a huge leadership laboratory because you can apply anything you learn about leadership from Culver in everything you do there.
Being a leader among your peers feels great. Everyone looks up to you, but it takes a lot of work. You have to be yourself all the time. You have to show yourself as the best person you can be.
Between that top-tier education and the environment, it allows you to achieve a potential that you never thought you could have.
If you are willing to push yourself and willing to learn and willing to be open-minded to develop yourself into the best person you can be, then Culver is the place for you.
Teachers always will be able to help you. You just have to talk, and they know what you're going through, and they will help you.
When you get there, it's going to be something you've never experienced before, and it's going to be really hard for those first couple weeks, but you're going to get a once-in-a-lifetime experience that can't be replicated anywhere else in the world. Culver is the best challenge on earth.
In today's fast-moving business world, effectively marketing your company takes hard work, creativity, and the right team. With over 40 years of experience, PIP has been enabling companies large and small to find success in achieving their business objectives. We understand the challenges our clients face. That's why we have a variety of print solutions suited to fit your every need. Whatever your printing request may be, from a quick turnaround on a company brochure for an upcoming trade show, a direct mail piece that needs to be designed, printed, and mailed, to complex marketing projects, PIP is sure to have the right print solution for you. Nothing grabs attention like a well-crafted sign. It can transform virtually any surface into an eye-catching experience, boosting your marketing appeal. From banners, posters, floor graphics, and window decals, to wayfinding and yard signs. We not only help with sign design and getting it installed, we also integrate them into your overall marketing strategy, designed to help you win. PIP also provides best-in-class integrated marketing solutions to help you make the most out of your next campaign. Our approach to marketing ensures that your strategy is seamlessly executed across all media. online and offline, so your business always looks its best. At PIP, we understand it takes a team to achieve business growth, and that's why we're here to help. Get to know PIP and let us make your world a better place.
Welcome back, everybody. Here we are at Noblesville, Indiana. Guerin Catholic doing quite well against the visiting Eagles of Culver Military. Some other scores from around the area. Covenant Christian is hammering their poor opponent, which is Oldenburg. And I like Oldenburg Academies down there in deep southern Indiana. Really pretty town. It's not going well for the football team, though. Covenant Christian's leading 35-0. South Putnam leads Heritage Christian 21-7. Still a 12-6 score in the Center Grove Cathedral game. Westfield leads Franklin Central 35-0. Ron Colley leads East Central 13-6. Carmel over Lawrence Central 42-0. Zionsville leads Fishers 14-0. And Mount Vernon over Yorktown 19-0. The Titus Bakery and Deli scoreboard here, or statistics rather. Guerin Catholic has outgained Culver on the ground 149-30, through the air 61-6, overall 210-36. Culver has turned the ball over 3 times. Guerin has turned it over none. They have 10 first downs, Guerin Catholic does, to Culver's 1. And in the penalties department, Guerin has committed 5 for 45 yards. Culver just 2 for 17. But the 17 that matters most, Trevor Brooks, is on that scoreboard. What does Culver need to do to be able to stymie Guerin? Guerin's almost scored more points in one half than they had this entire season.
I honestly think that the biggest thing is that they get a first down. There has not been any sort of sustained drive so far for Culver. Turnovers have been an issue. The one at the end of the half, just kind of a toss-up, but one on special teams, one on the first play of a drive, and they haven't found any sort of consistency on their offense. You saw a couple plays that they strung together at the end of the first half when trying to see if they could get anything at the very end of the half in those last half minute or so. But they've got to find some way to get their option game going. Otherwise, it's going to be a long second half as well.
On the season entering tonight, Jimmy Pisani and Elijah Pack have combined for 1,248 yards, 12 touchdowns on 178 carries. It's a 7-yard average. But tonight, Trevor, not so much. Elijah Pack has 20 yards on 3 carries. His longest was a 16-yard right at the end of the first half for a first down. Pisani 9 yards on 2 carries, so 29 yards on 5. That is not going to do it if that's been your 1-2 punch, your recipe for success this season. They haven't been able to activate what has been their greatest weapon.
Yeah, if what you just said about the total yardage for the season, obviously it's been a very effective ground game so far. We get some peculiar play calls throughout the first half for the Culver offense, and you just got to wonder if they're trying to go ahead and practice some stuff for the sectionals coming up to see if they can go ahead and find some sort of consistency in the passing game. But so far they have not found consistency anywhere, so I'm sure it was a bit of a rough halftime speech. See if they come out a little bit more poised for the second half.
Looking ahead at the postseason, coming up just 1 week away, the sectionals begin. Guerin Catholic's draw is challenging. They begin with hosting West Lafayette. West Lafayette is the number 6 team in the class. That's 3A, at least by the Sagarin rankings. They're 7-1, and that'll be one challenge. Guerin fell to West Lafayette in the postseason last year. Bishop Chatard is also on their side of the bracket. They're going to Hamilton Heights. Bishop Chatard has been number 1 all year in Class 3A. Yorktown at 3-5, 22nd in the class in the Sagarins, visits Crawfordsville, who is not very good. Bishop Buff Jesuit goes on the road at North Montgomery, and that's sectional 28. For Culver, up in sectional 18 in Class 4A, They will be hosting Kankakee Valley, who's 5-3, and they are just ahead of Culver, although Culver has played a tougher schedule than Kankakee Valley. Culver's schedule is the 100th toughest in the state. Kankakee Valley is the 137th. New Prairie and Plymouth, the winner of that will play the winner of the Culver-Kankakee Valley game. New Prairie is pretty good. Logansport and South Bend Riley, neither of them are very good. South Bend Clay is terrible, and South Bend St. Joseph, a little bit better. They've played the toughest schedule the second toughest schedule in that sectional. Plymouth has played the toughest, but their wins are at a premium in sectional 18, and we'll see what goes on. But sudden death football, anything can happen. That's coming up in a week's time. For Guerin in this matchup, you look at the individual statistic numbers. Trevor Jagger Albert, 73 yards on 20 carries. Not too bad. Daniel Rode, the cornerback, had one carry, went for 59 yards. And on that carry for those 59 yards, made him the second leading rusher on the team for the season, which is not too bad.
It's efficient.
It is. Sam Miller had 4 yards on 2 carries. Coming in off the bench, Parker Bell, not the bench, off the defensive side. A couple defenders getting some time with running the rock. Had 9 yards on 3 carries. Through the air for Sam Miller, he was 6 of 8 for 61 yards and a touchdown. An impressive performance for Sam Miller, and that's something that observers at Guerin Catholic football have been kind of hoping for most of the year.
Yeah, no, it's been a nice balance attack. This is what you wanted to see Sam Miller find some of these easy passes to complete to help open up some more holes along the line for Jagger Albert. Miller's been accurate tonight, found his playmakers, threw 1 touchdown out to Ryan Glenn. It's been a nice attack so far for the Guerin Catholic Golden Eagles. Not really a whole lot of hiccups so far in the first half.
And defensively, he's been doing the trick for Guerin Catholic as we get ready for the second half to begin. Cool little note. We had a little fun one earlier about the distinguished alums and what have you from Culver Military. But Culver has representatives on their team, and their team is pretty small. You can see them across the way. There's just over 30 players on it. But there are 3 different countries represented among the Culver football team in 13 different states. I'll spot you number 1. Indiana has the most players on the football team at 9. Trevor, you want to guess which state is number 2 on that list?
Ohio.
Close. They're 3rd at 4.
Illinois.
Correct. Illinois has 7. There are 3 other states that have multiple players on the team. They all have 2. Michigan, Texas, and Wisconsin. Connecticut, California, Florida, Louisiana, Missouri, New York, and North Carolina as this ball will roll out the back of the end zone.
Kickoff goes into the end zone for the touchback.
So Culver, they showed some life at the end of that first half, though. So we'll see if their offense can get going. Because if you look at it on one hand, it's a 3-score game, but not an overwhelming lead for Guerin Catholic at the moment. It's just Culver has gotten in their own way and haven't been able to dent really Guerin, but they need to be able to get something going here, you would assume. First and 10. Pisani chased. Gets by 1. Nice run, it turns out, close to the 30-yard line for Jimmy Pisani. Really nice run.
A couple missed opportunities for tackles. They were trying to come up with a big hit rather than just slow down and make sure that you wrap up Pisani. Ends up getting about 9 yards on that carry for 2nd and 1. It's a nice way for Culver to go ahead and come out in this second half.
Jimmy Pisani is a wonderful athlete. He is a long stick midfielder in lacrosse. Here's a handoff that gets a first down for Culver. Their second first down of the game. But Pisani is good enough that he just this fall, he's accepted and announced his commitment to play lacrosse at Michigan coming up to continue his career when it's done. He's a junior. He's got another year to go at Culver, but heading to Michigan eventually to play for the Wolverines in lacrosse. So you've got more than just that's an athletic kid back there at quarterback on a new fresh set of downs for Culver. And he fakes, and he goes down. Adam Novlin doesn't care where he's going to school. He took him to the ground, gained him nothing.
Yeah, nice job by Novlin, not biting on the fake and just sticking to Pisani. Goes in and brings him down for maybe a loss of about half a yard or so.
Jimmy Pisani, 6'3", 201 from Clarendon Hills, Illinois. 2nd and 10 for Culver. Hand off to Pack. And Elijah hasn't really gotten going yet. And it's going to be 3rd down and 10 for Culver.
Yeah, he may have gotten just beyond the initial line of scrimmage, but not significant yardage again there for Pack, just trying to run up the gut. Good job by this defensive line to stonewall him again and force him into 3rd and 10 again. So we'll see if they come out throwing here. Again, not really something that Culver's shown much comfort with so far in this game.
Yeah, one would assume this is a very important play here. The handoff is to Vickery, and he got 2 yards, and he needed 8 more.
Yeah, just good job by this Guerin Catholic defense of they just flow down the line each time. They aren't going ahead and backpedaling on any of these tackles and chasing anybody. They're flowing down, just keeping a good base defense, and so that there's not a whole lot of room for cutbacks for this Culver team so far.
Punting almost blocked on 4th and 7. This ball will check up. Get a nice Guerin roll to the 44-yard line, and that's where Guerin Catholic will take over. And Trevor, we were talking in the break, but what we saw out of Guerin Catholic's offense in that first half is quite impressive, considering what it has been for this whole season.
Yeah, you just haven't seen a whole lot of consistency out of the offense. You've seen a couple drives here and there, but they haven't put together a really consistently good offensive half throughout most of the year, and that's what you saw in the first half. Good sustained drives time and time again, and good balance to the offense, which is what you're looking for going into sectional play.
Here's Albert, not much doing there, but to give perspective, Guerin had entered this game averaging 8.3 points per game. They've scored 17 in the first half. They averaged 63.8 yards through the air on the season, and they threw for 61 in the first. And then they averaged 88 yards on the ground, and they ran for 147, I believe. They've pummeled what had been their predicted projections, and they've, to their credit, they've really shown up, and they've played a really tough schedule, and they've shown up tonight and playing well in their black jerseys. Jagger Albert cuts outside. He has the first down and more, and he's pushed out of bounds by the safety, Devin Suka, after a great run by Jagger Albert.
Pushed out at about the 32 into Culver territory. Great run there by Albert.
Gain of 26 yards.
It's a phenomenal job going ahead and finding his way through the line of scrimmage and then bursting his way onto the outside, going down the line of the far sideline for a big first down. Put him back into the scoring territory again.
A 26-yard gain by Jagger Albert, 1st and 10. Give it back to him. He doesn't get it. He came up about 24 yards short of his last run.
Again, great job by the kid. Probably could have been taken down the backfield for a loss. Kept his legs turned again. Only a gain of 1 there, but still, you kept it and made it a positive gain. So it'll be 2nd and 9 here as we tick under 8 minutes left in the third quarter.
Update in the Cathedral Center Grove game really quick. Taven Jackson's had an intercepted pass by J.P. Koseski and went to the house. And Cathedral leads 13-10, and a run by Jagger Albert bent back, got a couple yards.
Yeah, Yeah, that's where I would have liked to see him go ahead and pull a quick play-action pass to throw this defense back off balance again rather than just push Albert back up the middle again. You got 1 more yard, now you're in 3rd and 8. Let's see what they come out with.
Got Glenn to the bottom, Edwards in the near side slot, Cherry wide to the top. McGreal is the tight end standing up at the far side of the line. More of an H-back. Miller has a lot of room in front of him, but it closed down quick. Cooper Farrell pounced on him.
Farrell makes the tackle.
I think he could have stepped up in the pocket rather than trying to run for it. It just looks like he got back to the line of scrimmage there. 4th and 8, not really in field goal territory, so you're assuming they're probably going to try and put the ball into the air here and go for it on 4th.
And he has thrown it well this game. He's 6 of 8 for 61 yards and a touchdown. Multiple first downs. Oh no! Farrell and Etheridge. Holy smokes.
Not sure what happened there. What the part of the offensive line was not expecting for the play to go off there. And all of a sudden you had Farrell and Etheridge jumping at Sam Miller in the backfield for the sack and the turnover on downs there. Big play by the Culver defense. Big stop there to go ahead and get the ball back here and see if they can go ahead and start gaining some momentum on their second offensive drive of the half.
Now, if you're Culver, the way of their offense, they need to be able to get a score on this drive. They have fewer opportunities, and this ball is overthrown by Pisani. But if you're going to be running an option attack, unless it's just clicking perfectly, Trevor, which it hasn't in this game to this point, then you're looking at that clock, and 6 minutes left in the third is not that much time if you're going to have a ground and pound type approach. So they need to capitalize on these opportunities.
No, that was a big opportunity there that I think they missed. Pisani had a great pocket to go ahead and throw out of. You would like to see, if you're Culver's coaches, for him to just go ahead and take his time there and no pressure really coming at him. If he goes ahead and holds onto the ball there for a little bit longer, he might find a receiver come open downfield where he was aiming and could have had a big play.
First time out of the second half by Culver, and we're going to break. Guerin Catholic leads 17-7 on Golden Eagle TV, powered by Indiana SRN.
Your home and office make up a big part of your world. Sometimes trying to manage it all on your own can make you feel like you have the weight of the world on your shoulders. And when the weight of the world is on your shoulders, you need a strong back or two to come to your rescue and haul your stress away. You need the College Hunks. Whether it's time to clear some space for new memories, to reinvent the room around you, or to simply pack up and move into a fresh new beginning, you can count on the Hunks to bear your burden so you don't have to. Let us move you today.
Can't make it to the game? We've got your back. Just go to www.indianasrn.org and tune in to all of the live action, or go to our on-demand service and relive your favorite moments.
Don't miss anything at any time if you go on our YouTube page and click subscribe. We'll give you updates on future games, what's coming up. You can watch live sports there. You can watch past sports there. And you could watch all of the Guerin Catholic Girls Regional Soccer Championships coming up tomorrow morning. That's at 10 o'clock, Guerin and Brownsburg, and then Mount Vernon and Roncalli following at noon. And if Guerin is victorious over Brownsburg, then we'll have the championship game that night for the chance to go to semi-state. So third down, about 5 for Culver. Pisani hands it off. Elijah Pack isn't getting there. Barreling him down. The ball came out, and it's Guerin Catholic football. Another fumble by Culver.
Another bad turnover there by Culver. Just went ahead and another lack of ball security there allows for the Golden Eagles to capitalize again. And they'll have the ball in Culver territory to start this new drive now.
4 turnovers for Culver. That's 20 turnovers on the season. They have struggled in that department, and they've really struggled tonight. 1st and 10 for Sam Miller and the Golden Eagles. Hands it off. Albert, not much. Maybe a yard. For the Guerin Catholic fans out there, fun halftime score. Well, a halftime score that you would like to hear. Burbuff 6, Terre Haute North 21. Five and a half minutes to play here in the third. We hand off Albert. Quick burst of speed, then it gets stalled immediately. Only got another yard, if that, and Guerin is inching their way upfield, Trevor, literally.
I'd like to see him go ahead and pull that ball back out there on these first couple downs. Just going ahead and ramming Jagger Albert into the line isn't really going to do much. They're trying to stack the box a little bit more now.
3rd and long. Miller looks to the flat. Has a man, Ryan Glenn. He already caught a touchdown in this game, and it looks like he got a first down on his second grab. Glenn has really come on strong of late. That's his 10th catch of the year.
So are they marking him short, or are they going to do a measurement here?
That is right at that line, is it not?
I thought that it looked like he got it on his extra effort, but where they spotted the ball, looks like they'll come out with a measurement here.
So they were inching their way up the field in those first 2 plays, and now it comes down to inches, whether it's a first down or not. And it is.
First down for the Golden Eagles.
Yeah, no, great job on the little comeback route by Glenn. Go ahead and allow Sam Miller to find him for the first down there. Continue this drive.
They got it by about 3/4 of a football. Miller looks to pass again. Edwards. Oh, that didn't really have much of a chance, but a flag comes flying in.
Yeah, there was one defensive back that had a chance to go ahead and pick that up, but the other one looked like he was tangled up with Edwards a good bit. See if they call that contact on the field, pass interference. Yep, pass interference.
Now that'll Guerin Catholic 15 yards on that penalty. It's the 3rd on Culver for 32 yards. No. 1st and 10 from the 15 for Guerin Catholic. Cherry alone to the top. Glenn and Edwards to the bottom. It'll be Albert. Finds a way to the outside, turns upfield, and gets across the 10.
Yeah, after back-to-back pass plays, you go ahead and put the defense a little bit more on their heels there, especially with that delayed halfback draw, halfback delay type play. Go ahead and trick them into thinking it might be another pass opportunity. Help set the defense off their heels just a little bit so that you can go ahead and put Albert up the right side there for a nice about 5-yard gain or so.
And that run took Jagger Albert over 100 for the game. He has 106 now on 27 carries. 2nd and manageable. It's up to Jagger Albert. Fights through and he finds the end zone. Touchdown. Guerin Catholic again. And this is now the most points scored by Guerin Catholic this season. They lead 23-0.
Yeah, just more tough running again there by Jagger Albert to go ahead and run up the right side, get a bit of a hole, and then fight the rest of his way through a couple arm tackles, get himself into the end zone. Great play there for another touchdown. Put the Eagles up 23-0 with the extra point on the way.
All right, Lucian will be doing the honors. He's accounted for 5 points in this game so far. 1 field goal, 2 extra points. Make it a third. 24-0 Guerin Catholic with 3 minutes and 37 seconds to play on Golden Eagle TV, powered by Indiana SRN.
How does a good man become even better? By working out? Or by working his way up the corporate ladder? By changing his diet? Or by changing his style? By traveling the world? Or by staying perfectly still? For 300 years, we've helped good men become the best versions of themselves through a dedicated fraternity and by taking an oath to live a life of integrity, service, and brotherly love. Men who are as committed to each other and their families as they are to our noble cause. In the end, we don't just make men better, we make them Masons. Not just a man, a Mason.
Welcome back, folks, and a nice run back from Jackson Mole. Got it deep into Guerin Catholic territory. So this Culver, it's almost desperation time now. You've got over 15 minutes to go here in the game, and you're down a ton at the moment. You're down 3 scores still.
We're getting started at the 39-yard line to Guerin Catholic here, and to see it, first they've got to hold on to the ball, and then from there see if they can actually string a couple of positive plays together.
Great field position across the 40-yard line, flips it out, and Vickery is stonewalled by Parker Bell.
Parker Bell just comes right up and chops him down on that little flat route out of the backfield for Vickery, and just they cannot find anything to get going on offense.
Yeah, Bell just looked quicker on the play. Second down. Pisani hands it off. Elijah Pack, and he ran into a pack of the Guerin Catholic defenders. There were about 7 in on the stop. Now bring up third down for Culver.
Maybe a gain of 1 yard there, and then as soon as he got to the crowd that he was at, you see the Guerin Catholic Golden Eagles just prying away at that ball, trying to see if they can get another fumble out of Pack. And it looked like that just stopped Pack's feet, as all he was doing was holding on for dear life there. 3rd and 9 here to see if they can go ahead and convert, or if they're stuck down to 4th down again.
They need 9 of them. Look out! Balser just misses them, but cleaning it up on the back end it looked like Jagger Albert stepping back at linebacker.
It was Jagger Albert. Leader of the defense from last year, got in coming back out, playing a little bit this evening as well. Comes up after the missed sack by Balser. Pisani went ahead and tried to see if he could scramble for it. Jagger Albert had another idea in mind, because then chops him down, no gain on 3rd down, and right now it's looking like they're just going to go ahead and settle the punt.
Yeah, they're just going to punt this one. And it's going to be a fake. Got a long way to go. Oh, and he's flung down by Bell. He didn't get him by the face mask, got him by the upper shoulders, and it's a turnover on downs. That was a bold strategy by Culver, and it did not work at all.
Yeah, Parker Bell looks like a man. He went ahead and brought his lunch pail to the office today, trying to do a little bit of everything. Goes ahead and says that's not going to happen in his house. Throws him down around the shoulder pads. Cut out any opportunity for that fake punt to go ahead and work, and Guerin Catholic has the ball again, as they have just not bent at all on defense, let alone break, all evening long.
5 turnovers for Culver in this game. 1 on downs, 3 fumbles, an interception. And Albert will be taken down by about 3 Culver Eagles.
Stop made by Andrew Francis. No gain on the play.
A minute to play in the third.
43-yard line.
Second and 10 for Guerin. Blitz shown up the middle. Jagger Albert lowers his shoulders and gets close to the 50-yard line, out to about the 48.
Kind of look like a fish out of water, just trying to flop his way through there. Still able to go ahead and get a gain of about 6 there. We'll have about 3rd and 4 coming up now. See if they get another play out before the third quarter ends. 20 seconds and counting. Looks like they're going to go ahead and, I think, call it a quarter.
Yeah, they're going to go ahead and trot over.
But another nice run by Albert to go ahead and fight through a little bit of arm tackles. And we'll go into the fourth quarter with Guerin leading 24-0 with a 3rd and 4 looming. See if they can get back across the field into Culver territory again.
You're watching Golden Eagle TV, powered by Indiana SRN.
Life comes at you fast, so it's important to have some help along the way.
Ah, my favorite patient. Ah, my favorite patient.
When the dust settles, it doesn't always end as anticipated. Embrace the journey and care for the ones around you.
My favorite patient.
For everything else and every stage in between,
my favorite patient.
Methodist Sports Medicine is here for you.
Can't make it to the game? We've got your back. Just go to www.indianasrn.org and tune in to all of the live action, or go to our on-demand service and relive your favorite moments.
Welcome back, everybody, and never miss a thing if you go on our YouTube page and hit subscribe, and you can follow everything happening on Indiana SRN. Past games, live games, and get alerts for future ones. That's go on YouTube and subscribe to Indiana SRN. In the first through 3 quarters, Guerin has outgained Culver 259 to 49 yards. They've outgained Culver before this play by 210 on the game. On a bit of a draw, Parker Bell, who laid the boom on defense, gets the ball to midfield. Or close to midfield.
We'll still be at about 4th and 4 or so, and see if Guerin Catholic continues to... Nope, it looks like they'll take their foot off the pedal just a little bit as far as aggressiveness, and looks like they'll bring the punt team out to bury Culver hopefully deep in their own territory.
Ryan Glenn's back there somewhere. Oh, and it's a jailbreak. Near side, ball's loose. It was a block punt. It can be picked up by Culver, wrapped up by Etheridge, gets it across the 30-yard line. Trying to save a touchdown was Nick Laub, but a nice turn of events for Culver, and now they need to capitalize.
Yeah, it looks like a group led by James Pisani went ahead and going in for the punt block, a little bit mishandled, able to go ahead and nudge it off to the side a little bit and recover and take it back a little bit about their 26-yard line of Guerin Catholic. Another opportunity here for Culver to try and get on the board.
We'll see what Culver is able to do. Time running out for the Eagles. Final regular season of the game for both teams. Handoff to Elijah Pack, fights through Braden Hall, shoves them all off, and rides Balser down inside the 5-yard line. Great run by Elijah Pack.
Yeah, nice, tough, gritty run there by Pack. Went ahead and about 5 yards in to fight through about 2 tacklers, able to go ahead and shrug them off and find his way up to about the 9-yard line. Goal to go now for Culver. Nice run by Pack.
Longest run of the game by Elijah Pack, 17 yards. Now it's 41 on the evening. Pisani hands it off. Jackson Mole fights towards the 5-yard line, towards the goal line, rather. His ball came out again, but the referee's shown it was down. So it'll be 2nd and goal from the 7. Gain of 2 for Mole.
It'll be 2nd and goal from the 7.
Got a nice job of setting the edge there on defense for the Golden Eagles, not allowing for any sort of hole to really develop for Mole to cut through.
That's Vickery in motion. The handoff is to Pack, and he's undercut. Parker Bell, who else?
Pack carries the ball.
Slinging that lunch pail around, go ahead and bring him down again there for maybe a half-yard gain, if anything. Now we're back to 3rd and 6 or so with the goal to go. See if Culver stays on the ground or tries to pull back into the air.
The final regular season game for all these seniors. It's the junior Parker Bell having the biggest impact the last couple times. Here's Pisani, fades it in zone, touchdown for Culver. Jimmy Pisani's 3rd touchdown pass of the season, and this one finds Cooper Farrell of Valparaiso, Indiana, and Culver showing some life. It was a 3-score game, and now Culver has whittled it down. It is 24-6. And we'll see Culver going to go for the extra point.
Coles is set to attempt the extra point.
Yeah, great job on the rollout on the play action there. Completely threw the Guerin Catholic defense off.
Coles' kick is up. And it is good. So it's 24-7. Going to our next commercial break. Still time left. Guerin leads 24-7 on Golden Eagle TV, powered by Indiana SRN.
Burtner Electric Incorporated has been proudly serving our residential and commercial customers with quality electrical repair for over 33 years. We are fully licensed and insured in electrical wiring and electrician service packages. You'll receive a competitive assessment whether you're a homeowner or a business owner, first-time or long-time customer. We offer free estimates for any new project. Call our licensed and experienced electricians today.
Can't get to a computer? Then we've got you covered. Just go to the Indiana SRN app and stay up to date with all of your favorite teams. You can watch live coverage or relive the experience with our on-demand service.
Different ball game now, 24-7. Guerin Catholic leads. Jimmy Pisani now is 3 of 9 for 15 yards through the air, which is not impressive, but he did just pass for a touchdown. So we'll see what Culver does with just under 9.5 minutes to play. Coles will send it deep, but somebody, it sounds like, went a little early. Yeah, jumped off sides. Rarely see the encroachment call, Trevor, from the kickoff unit, but
actually, I think that's the first time I've seen that in high school football. It's always time for a first.
Yeah, might as well with 9.5 minutes to go here in the final regular season game. Quickly moving game, not yet at the 2-hour mark. Little squib it, and it's going to go out of bounds. And that was what you did not want to have happen. Excellent field position coming up for Guerin Catholic. So the prediction before this game was a 10-point win for Guerin and 34 total points in this matchup. We're at 31.
Somebody did their homework.
Yeah, good on you, John Harrell. And just to clarify, those are not actual betting lines. It's just a fun thing he does with every game in the state. John Harrell's encyclopedic website gives predictions on every game. And that's what that was.
Yes. We do not have an Indiana SRN bookie, so please don't ask on odds for games.
Nope.
Right? We don't have a bookie,
We
right?
do not, Trevor. That is correct. It is, I believe, with 100% confidence that betting on high school sports is really illegal. And we have not flaunted that rule yet.
Or illegal?
I think illegal.
There's a difference.
I think illegal. I mean, we could ask one of those zebras out there. You heard him talk now.
Yeah, but what if they're betting on the games? They're not going to be honest about that. We're opening up a complete scandal on IHSAA football. Way to go, Jonathan. This is all your start.
1st and 10. Jagger Albert will go down in the backfield. Nice tackle by Etheridge.
Drop for a loss by Etheridge.
And again, this defense just kind of selling out on the halfback dive play. Not any sort of room there for Albert to go ahead and scoot around.
Now, lost a couple yards on the play. 2nd and 12 now for Guerin Catholic. They're inside 9 minutes to play. Guerin just needs to milk the clock. Lined hand shown to Albert. Throw out. Braden Hall, senior of the week, has a 1st down. Oh, he lost the ball. Is that Culver's? It is. They're celebrating on the sideline. Looking for the signal. Culver had the ball. DeAndre Francis had it. And it's a 1st down for Culver. And now there's plenty of time left in this one.
Yeah, it's a great play design on the play action. Having Sam Moore roll back out to his left. And found Braden Hall, who had the 1st down, and then this guy hit a couple times and coughed up the football. See if Culver can go ahead and continue a little bit of momentum on this drive.
Ty Kopis down at the bottom of your screen from Connecticut. Mole in motion, pitched out to Jackson. He's going to try the far side and squirts forward right back to the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much.
You know, good job by the Golden Eagles to use the boundary as an extra defender there. Force him out of bounds, no gain, 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. That'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Pisani waits in the pistol. Hand it off. Elijah Pack trying that near side. Get through one tackle. Gets it across midfield. Then still fought forward. We downed at the 47-yard line.
Gain of about 6 that time. Good job by Pack. Just keep fighting for extra yards. Big 3rd down coming up. About 3rd and 4 left.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
So one would assume this is a gotta have it for Culver. Pisani over the middle, and they did get it. Going upfield, Farrell. A great pass play for Culver. Gets it inside the 25-yard line.
Just a great job of setting up that play action with those runs. And we're finding Farrell right over the middle. Easy pitch and catch. There to go ahead and get, see, about a 23-yard gain there. So a little bit of yak thrown on at the end of that catch there. And they keep driving here. Just under 8 minutes left in the game.
Yeah, Culver score here. Changes the dynamic. Pisani will keep and fight forward. Gets really good positive yardage out of what that play was developing as. A gain of about 5.
Yeah, as soon as he started to stumble there, it looked like the defenders went ahead and assumed that he was on his way down and was going to try and pitch. Instead, Pisani does a great job going ahead and finding his balance again. They would go ahead and stay on its feet and scurry up for about a 5-yard gain.
2nd and 5. Getting close to 7 minutes to play in this football game. The final regular season game of the year. Pisani has to bring it back down. Has room to run. Bulldozes across the 10.
Pisani carries the ball, gets inside the 10-yard line. Stop there made by
Another
Lucy.
first down there. Great job with Pisani. Seeing as soon as he backed up, there's plenty of rollout room on his left. Go ahead and make a run for it. I think you can tell that he's a lacrosse player because there's a lot of quarterbacks that are going to shy away from that hit, but lacrosse players are going to go ahead and assume that they'll take a little bit of a beating. Great job by him going ahead and making sure he gets the yardage he needed.
Pisani, the pop pass again, touchdown for Culver. The receiver on the play, Colin Vickery. He's had an interesting night, and it results in the second passing touchdown of the game for Culver. They rarely go to the air, and of late, Jimmy Pisani has been on the money, and now Culver, an extra point here, would cut it to a 10-point game.
Again, just a little play action. That option throws so many concerns into it for the defense. Just finds Vickery right over the middle, sitting in the middle of the defense.
Coles' extra point is up, and it is good. It's 24-14 with 6.5 to play on Golden Eagle TV, powered by Indiana SRN.
There's no greater anti-poverty measure than to give a person a job. That helps them start to change that trajectory.
Morales Group is a full-service staffing company that provides temporary labor in the Indianapolis, Central Indiana market.
It was a challenge that was given by my father. He wanted me to give back much more than I had been. Then I realized that when he said more, he wanted me to see how I could give more. And it wasn't just in money, but in time and in services. And that's how the Morales Group was created.
I started off at Morales Group as an intern. I interned for 3 years before going on full-time staff here. What I love most about Morales Group is that big family aspect. I come from a big family in Mexico, and since
Welcome back, everybody. There's a return for Guerin, trying to fight their way forward, get it to just across the 20-yard line. And now crucial drive by Guerin, just under 6.5 to play. Jack Cherry, the freshman, on the return there. Guerin needs to be able to take some of this clock down. What had been their friend, this impressive offense over the first 3 quarters, had been moving efficiently, has stalled, and Culver scored twice. And I think a honest question would be Culver's decision to go for extra points there, because if they'd convert on those 2-point conversions, it'd be a 1-score game. But be that as it may, they're down 10. They need to score twice.
Yeah, no, Guerin's got to go ahead and put their foot back on the pedal. They've gotten a little bit conservative.
This play had very little chance of success. The tackle eventually made by Brady Welsh, and he was engulfed. Jagger Albert was by white jerseys.
And another 2-yard loss there is Culver just keeps selling out on these halfback dives up the middle. Unless Guerin goes in and pulls it out and gives them a reason not to, they're going to continue to just try and pack the middle of that defense, assuming that they've got a run coming at them.
Yeah, Trevor, you're right. Look, everybody pressed in on that Culver defensive. They're all in the box. Pack shows blitz. Jagger has to beat all these players, and he gets positive yardage, but it's well short.
Albert, the ball carrier.
Now you had 9 in the box there, and luckily it wasn't played very well by the edge of the right side of the defense. They went ahead and bit inside a little bit too hard, allowing for Albert to find a little bit of running room coming around the left side of his offensive line. And that allowed for him, along with a little bit of tough running, to find about 5 yards on the ground there. But you can't keep asking him to beat a 9-man box. And they've got the same thing going again here.
Miller will give Albert a big loss on the play. Didn't listen to you, Trevor. Now Guerin is going to have to punt, one would assume. There's a timeout on the play, so clock will stop. Guerin leads 24-14, but it's some indigestion going on right now on Golden Eagle TV, powered by Indiana SRN.
We want you to know we double-checked it because we have reason to believe both George and Savannah are in the audience tonight. They will be doing a fact check, but from the offices of P Squared, we have the official attendance. A new record tonight, 61. I'm sorry, 71,000. May seem like an overestimate, but we included the middle schoolers who are back on the soccer field playing.
Couple scores going on around the area. There is an update in the Westfield game. They did beat Franklin Central 35-0, and Westfield won the Hoosier Crossroads Conference Championship on base of that result. End of the third quarter, South Putnam leads Heritage Christian 21-10. And then I'm trying to get a score on the Center Grove Cathedral game. It is. Cathedral still leads 13-10. So 4 minutes, 35 seconds to play, and Guerin's going to have to punt. Ryan Glenn will do the honors. Gets it away. That was a key step. Now the coverage, and Mole will fair catch it. It'll be a good field possession for Culver. There's time left in this one. Just inside 4 minutes and 50 seconds to play, Trevor, but you're a little frustrated when we took a little breather there, but they're trying to go against that wall, and it didn't work.
It's a very conservative game plan. I understand the wanting to run through the clock here as much as possible and make sure that keeps going, but it helps more if you're getting first downs.
Here's a handoff to Elijah Pack, and he gets it across the 40. Well, he gets it to the 45-yard line. He is now at 50 yards on 10 carries, 5 yards a clip for Elijah Pack, the senior from Etna, Ohio. Pisani has an option to the right side and left it out for Mole, and a flag came in from behind.
7 pitches the ball out to Mole, but there's a
see what it is on all the way away from the play on the backside of the line. We'll see if they're going to get him for a holding call or what here.
He's in the room of holding, and it is. So I'll move Culver back. And the situation is still the same. Culver needs to go quickly. The yardage matters very little at this point. You just have to, they need to score fast. And it does seem, I think it's a fair question, Trevor. If you're down 3 scores and you need to go for 2, but you kick extra points, you could be in a spot like this. And there's a completion to Farrell across midfield, and he's down across the 35-yard line.
That goes ahead and keeps him in business. Pisani is throwing a lot more accuracy than what he has shown a lot more accuracy than what he has through most of the season so far. But he's shown that his arm can be a threat too, especially to Farrell.
5 straight completions for Jimmy Pisani. He keeps. He eludes one. That was Nickel. He gets across the 25-yard line, and Culver is in business.
Kept making men miss right there. He got himself another first down. Keeps that clock stopped. 25-yard line. See what other magic Pisani has.
That's Mole in motion. It'll go to Jackson. He cuts it back inside and is upended. It'll be second down. 2nd and 10. Going to the fourth quarter, Brebeuf still trails Terre Haute North 28-6. Pisani from the gun, quick hitter to Mole, but it's knocked down. Great play by Dylan Balser.
Great job by Balser getting his hand up there and stalling this drive at least a little bit.
Apparently deflected by Balser. That brings up a third down.
So it's third down and long for Culver. Pisani has been throwing it well here late in the fourth quarter. One of the players who caught a touchdown is in the slot. He's in trouble here. Ball comes out. We'll see. It looked like a couple players were there. Coming out with it is Elijah Pack. And that saves the game for Culver.
Great pressure coming off the edge there as they go ahead and get to Pisani, force that ball out. And Elijah Pack saves their chances in this game for now.
So it's fourth down and long. Gotta have it. Pisani looks for it all and overthrew him. Guerin will take over on downs.
Great job again by the defense there, forcing pressure and made Pisani step up and just overthrew his receiver out of the back of the end zone as Guerin will go ahead and get the ball back.
So fresh set of downs, change of possession. Guerin defense comes up big on that moment. Guerin Catholic on the game, even with Culver's most recent drive, still outgaining Culver 260 to 172. But Culver has been making a big rally in that department. Miller will hand it back, and this will be erased again. That run game up the middle not working for Culver.
Yeah, just again, tough sledding up the middle, as this defense is not allowing for anything to be gained up there, and they need to at least try some sort of pitch outside or just try something different to at least give Albert a chance.
Inside a $150 to play in this game. It seemed like that moment that Culver was looking for. They had it there for a moment, but then the fumble on third down, the missed play on fourth down, and now here's Guerin Catholic. A first down would effectively end this game. As Albert gets it into positive yardage and a timeout by Culver. Will keep it here, though, with 1:27 left in this matchup. Looking ahead, sectionals, Guerin plays a pretty tough West Lafayette Red Devil team. And then Culver has Kankakee Valley, the Cougars, all coming up next week. Getting back, does it get the juices going, Trevor, to win back when you were playing, getting ready sectional time?
Yeah, a little bit. Unfortunately, we never found our way out of sectionals, but or at least while I was there, due to the 2010 Fishers Tigers team was actually probably better than the one that won state championship the year after. And we had a phenomenal passing attack. Unfortunately, it ran into like 40 mile an hour winds and driving rain against Carmel in the sectional championship.
That's
the game
pretty tough.
Lost 7-0.
Yeah.
Yeah. But no,
your Fisher Tigers are not the first team to have the season ended by Carmel.
I still blame the driving rain and the 40 mile an hour winds.
Well, these two schools have been out of sectionals a couple times. Culver twice. They have not gone further than the regional round. Guerin has won 2 regional titles. It'll be a tough road for either team this year, but string them together. Albert was taken out by a dominant defensive front by Culver. And the clock will run.
Just a reminder, fans, this is our last
4th down.
season game.
One more snap by Guerin Catholic. Culver letting it run.
Reminder that we do have the first round of sectional next week. We will be hosting West Lafayette right here.
On the game, Jagger Albert has 121 yards on 37 carries, excuse me. Through the air for Sam Miller, he's 7 of 9 for 70 yards. He's thrown for 5 first downs, 1 touchdown. Receiving-wise, leaders for Guerin Catholic. Ryan Glenn, impressive game. 2 catches for 27 yards and a touchdown. Elijah Edwards, 2 catches for 28. And for Culver Academy, when we flip the scorebook around, not enough. Jimmy Pisani had 10 carries for 43 yards. He racked up a couple first downs. Elijah Pack had 3 first downs on 10 carries for 50 yards. Through the air, Pisani was 6 of 14 for 2 touchdowns, an interception, and 78 yards. Those touchdowns went to Cooper Farrell and Colin Vickery. But that's how we get to where we're at, 24-14. Guerin scored 24 unanswered. Culver had 14, and then I think it comes back. Culver made a decision late in this game when they got their first touchdown to go for the extra point instead of going for 2. And then you look at this 10-point deficit, and if they're able to convert those 2-point conversions, this could have been a 1-score game, and they would have had a shot at tying it on their last possession. But be that as it may, Guerin is now looking to punt.
Yeah, it would have made for a lot more dramatic finish.
A low one for Glenn. He gets off another low one. This one will roll and check up and be down by Daniel Rode, who had an excellent 56-yard run back early in the first quarter. So 27 seconds left in the regular season. Trevor Brooks, some reflections for you on this game.
It was a good job by Guerin to go ahead and balance their attack, allow for running lanes for Jagger Albert, get Sam Miller rolling out on a couple good pass completions. His weapons helped him out. Just a nice job offensively. I wish they would have kept their foot on the pedal a little bit longer, but a great job defensively against what the Culver team is known for. And then they've let a little bit of their passing game come through late in the game, but not to the avail of the Culver Eagles. And for Culver, I think that they need to go ahead and allow for Pisani to have a little bit more room throwing out of the pocket, especially if he has that, and they continue to run the triple option. I think that makes their offense even more dynamic.
Final score in a matchup of number 1, Center Grove came back and beat Cathedral 17-13. As we get to the waning seconds of this matchup.
Back-to-back incompletions and a little bit overthrown there from Pisani. See if he can find just one more to go ahead and help run out this clock here.
3rd down and 10 for Culver. Culver will fall to 3-5. Guerin will rise to 3-4 on the season. Pisani will run across the 50. If he gets the first down, the clock will stop. He's looking to get out of bounds. He does do just that. So the clock will freeze.
Runs out of bounds on his own power.
And the chains will move. Just a couple more pass plays coming up for Culver over these final seconds. I'm going to thank our producer, Casey Pierce, statistician Tom St. Amand, color commentary for Trevor Brooks. Nine seconds to play.
I don't know if we fired Keith Myers yet.
We have not.
That guy, I swear.
He is our executive producer, and Pisani will throw it over the middle. Incomplete. One more snap for Culver.
Pass intended for Mole. Nickel defending on the play, and the Golden Eagles take a timeout.
I actually thought for a second that he had found his man down there. That wasn't too bad of a pass by Pisani.
Finals team statistics, more or less. A little gathering here. Guerin outgained Culver 262 to 182. Through the air, Culver bucked the trend, and they outpassed Guerin 78 to 70. On the ground was Guerin's advantage tonight, getting very close to 200 yards. 192 on the ground, 104 on the ground for Culver, and that Guerin's defense held Culver to 136 less yards than they've averaged entering tonight. 4 turnovers for Culver, 1 for Guerin Catholic, 12 first downs for Guerin, 8 for Culver. And penalties, 6 penalties for Culver for 62 yards, 5 for Guerin for 45. A bunch of seniors able to check into this game. We want to thank those seniors. It's the time dedicated and finally get out there for a final matchup, home game of the regular season. Pisani eludes Turnay, looks to turn up field, gets through one, shovels it over to Mull, and he's out of bounds. And that should bring us to the conclusion of this matchup. The final regular season game, not senior night per se, but still the final regular season home game for Max McGreel, Nathan Fancher, Elijah Edwards, Addison Lucian, Danny Rode, Braden Hall, Jagger Albert, Trent Gallagher, Nick Laub, Alex Turnay, and Robert Algram has come to the close. Guerin Catholic is victorious in this one, 24-14 on Golden Eagle TV, presented by Indiana SRN. Final thoughts, Trevor?
Nice showing by the Guerin Catholic Golden Eagles. Looked a lot better than what we've seen most of the season. Hopefully it's something they can build on going into sectional play.
Final yard tally, Guerin Catholic 262, Culver 205. 70 through the air, 192 on the ground for Guerin. Culver had 78 through the air, 127 on the ground. So alongside producer Casey Pierce, our Titus Bakery statistician Tom St. Amand, and Trevor Brooks, my name is Jonathan Mathis saying so long from Noblesville, Indiana, and Guerin Catholic High School. Guerin Catholic is victorious 24-14 over Culver Academy. The sectionals are next. You have been watching Golden Eagle TV, powered by Indiana SRN. Good night, everyone.
There's no greater anti-poverty measure than to give a person a job. That helps them start to change that trajectory.
Morales Group is a full-service staffing company that provides temporary labor in the Indianapolis, Central Indiana market.
It was a challenge that was given by my father. He wanted me to give back much more than I had been. Then I realized that when he said more, he wanted me to see how I could give more. And it wasn't just in money, but in time and in services. And that's how the Morales Group was created.
I started off at Morales Group as an intern. I interned for 3 years before going on full-time staff here. What I love most about Morales Group is that big family aspect. I come from a big family in Mexico, and since the company is continuously growing, I feel like there's always a new member of the family that I get to know.
We're willing to give. We're willing to serve others, and we're not expecting something in return.
Come talk to us. We would love to work with you.